Alright, okay, so obviously as you can see I started off with a piece of plywood and found some instrument panels on the internet and stuck them on to see how it would look. And now I've cut out some holes and mounted some of the monitors behind it. As you can see it working with my laptop. Here I'm just building more sections to the flight simulator. More sections, and as you can see at the moment it is built into my desk. Now it's freestanding. Right, okay, so now I've moved it and built the other side and now started an overhead. I've also got all the monitors in place and a big TV for the outside world. You can also see the autopilot there. There's a video on that in a sec. So there's the landing lights panel. Some close-ups of some of the instruments. As you can see, the all autopilot and switches are backlit. So I've finally got the autopilot working. So if we look on there, it all works. Alright, okay, so let's have a quick look around our flight simulator today. Alright, okay, so first let's have a quick look at this yoke. This yoke I made using some PVC pipe and a broken one of these controllers. It was broken because the potentiometer controlling the roll was broken, so I replaced it with a new one and obviously mounting it, and it does work. Not very well, probably have to make a new one, but it does the job. Okay, so next let's look at the frame. So the frame is just made out of plywood or MDF, whatever I can find or had lying about. So now let's have a quick look at the monitors from behind. So these are just 3 standard monitors with the case taken off and then just mounted using wood flat against the plywood. So the way they're set up in the computer is these two main displays are on a Y splitter externally, so that's not done within the computer, and then that's a separate monitor and that's a separate monitor. So basically all the computer thinks is that there's 3 monitors, because that's what my graphics card can handle. So as you can probably see, the autopilot isn't on it. That's because I'm currently working on it. As you could probably see in the pictures, the original one that I made was very basic and only had a few buttons. So I've made a new panel with lots of switches and lots of dials and stuff. But the only problem is that Arduino I was using to interface it has only got a limited amount of ports, and I've exceeded that number, so I'm currently waiting for a new Arduino to arrive, so then I've got 2, so double the ports. And then that brings me on to part of the overhead panel. So you probably can't see it very well, but it's backlit. Like that. So basically how I did that was it's just a piece of acrylic spray painted and then etched through with a knife or something, I can't remember. And currently these switches don't work because, as I said, I've run out of ports on my Arduino, so hopefully they'll be working once I get a new Arduino, and then I'll make the other side. And then currently what I'm building is the overhead panel, you know, full size with all the switches and buttons, but that's taking a while because I've got to do each little panel individually, spray paint it, etch out all the details while it's wet and then go over again, do it again. You know, I've only got so much time. So yeah, you'll probably see that in another update. So as you can see on the simulator, it's quite realistic to the cockpit. Couldn't find any actual measurements for it, but so it's all guesswork. It might be a little bit small than the actual cockpit, but pretty accurate. So yeah, thanks for watching.